Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure your road trip ready. So if you need a brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
TuneIn is the audio platform with something for everyone. News.
In order to secure convictions in a court of law, it is essential that we conclusively.
Sports.
Shot clock at 4. Doncic. The step back 3. You bet.
Music.
You set my world on fire. Yes,
and even podcasts. Whatever you love, hear it right here on TuneIn. Go to TuneIn.com or download the TuneIn app to start listening.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
It's wild, it's wacky, it's slick, it's savvy, it's the madcap, daffy, fractured, ding-a-ling, ring-a-ding, loony, zany, side-splitting, rib-tickling, slap-happy, scuzzy, dreary, irksome, tedious, banal, pointless, smutty world of
The Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
Let's be real. I'm all about being real. Well, I mean, I'm real all the time.
Dynamic, isn't it?
Jeff Lutz.
Let's be real.
we like it.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Stand by for action.
Welcome back, everyone. Hour number 2, the Bob and Jeff Show here on KFH Radio. Bob Lutz, Jeff Lutz co-hosting, Max Power producing engineering. Let's get right to it. We're joined by Marcus Byrd. He is in a tie for the lead at the Wichita Open, 11 under after his second round 66 today. That followed up his first round 63 out at Crestview Country Club. Marcus in a three-way tie. There's a bunch of golfers at 10 under, even more at 9 under. It's shaping up to be a wild weekend. Marcus, welcome to the show, first of all, and boy, what a leaderboard.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Definitely a shootout this week, to say the least, is what it's looking like.
How's Crestview playing? I think we probably have the answer. It's hot. We had a little rain last night. I don't know how much they had out there. How's the course playing so far?
Fairways are running firm and fast. The greens are rolling pretty good. It's just ideal scoring conditions. This afternoon, it's not really blowing as heavy as it did yesterday when I played, but so I can definitely see some low numbers this afternoon coming out. But, it's a perfect golf course to go out there. And if you're hitting it where you're looking, if you're hitting fairways and give yourself a couple good looks, you should be able to shoot a good number.
So you're on a little bit of a heater right now, not only the performance so far this week, but you were a top 10 last week. You played pretty well in the tournament before that. So what is, particularly last week when you had your first top 10, what did you take from that, not only from a playing standpoint, but just mentality-wise?
Just having fun, man. Last week was a lot of fun playing with amateurs, and, it kind of helped take my mind off the game. I think, when you're playing out here week to week, you tend to forget, it's still a game, and you're out here living out your dreams, and you're doing something that you've dreamed of since a kid. So it felt good to kind of get back to that. And, putter started getting a little hot and was able to put together a couple of good rounds last week. And I'm just trying to keep rolling off that momentum and keep doing what I'm doing, honestly.
We're talking with Marcus Byrd. He is tied for the lead in the Wichita Open. So, Marcus, I'm involved with a nonprofit here in town that we try to appeal to African-American young kids to play baseball. That's a sport that a lot of black kids don't, for whatever reason, get involved with. Golf's kind of the same way. Tell us what drew you to golf. What was it about the game of golf that attracted you, and did you play a bunch of other sports when you were a kid growing up?
Yeah, my first sport that I actually enjoyed and loved the most was basketball, for sure. it was just, all of my brothers played basketball, and it was just something easy to do. But as my dad got older and, basketball, football was kind of out of the question, but he loved playing golf. So, it originally started as just something that me and him could do together. And then obviously I wanted to beat my dad, so it kind of turned into competition really quick. And years went on, I just kind of enjoyed the competition, enjoyed getting better. I enjoyed working hard on my own and just trying to see how much better I can get at the game of golf, and ended up choosing this route. So it was pretty special. I definitely agree. It's super hard for I feel like African Americans to kind of break that barrier into certain sports just because of access. Golf clubs, golf courses don't always have programs. Golf clubs cost money. Golf shoes, gloves, whatever the necessities may be. It's a little bit harder to get all those things as to just going to get a football or going to get a basketball. So, I definitely, I see the game moving in a great direction. I definitely, in all sports, really, I definitely think there's more opportunity for minorities, not just African Americans, but, it's definitely, this sports are bringing people together, and it's definitely moving in the right direction.
With a dad named Larry Byrd, you kind of had to start with basketball, though, right? I mean, it was just written in the stars.
Yeah, I've definitely got that question a lot. The only good thing is it's spelled Y, so they don't automatically think,
Absolutely.
Oh,
so, you're a young man still. You've struggled in this game. You've succeeded in this game. You showed up to a PGA tournament sick out of your mind. What makes this worth it to you? Why do you continue?
I kind of said this last week, man. It's just addicting. Like just playing good golf, competing at the highest level, playing against the best players in the world, and knowing that it's just you and your caddy. You're out there trying to play the best golf you can possibly play. It's a wonderful feeling, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the good and the bad. Like I said, it's a dream to be able to play professional golf and to be able to play it at the highest level. And I'm super fortunate to have the opportunities that I've had and be able to learn from all the best players in the world and be in that atmosphere and those same ropes. So, it's just special, man. It's one of those things where, as soon as you get a taste of it, it's just like anyone else who goes out and plays golf. They might hit 60 bad shots, but that one good shot just keeps you coming back. So, it's kind of the same thing, man. It's just you enjoy being where your feet are. You enjoy traveling. You enjoy traveling week to week with these guys and seeing everybody work hard. It just makes you want to work harder. And I think that's been the biggest thing.
Talking with Marcus Byrd from the Korn Ferry Tour. He's here in Wichita this weekend playing out at Crestview Country Club and playing very well. 11 under through 2 rounds. One of those making a move today is Wichitan Sam Stevens, who's at 10 under right now through his first 9 on the day. So when you guys are on the Korn Ferry Tour together and you're all striving to get to the PGA Tour, talk about the relationships that you build with these guys, because you all have that in common. But then again, you're all trying to get there as fast as you can. So what are those golf relationships like?
Yeah, everybody here knows that, if you made it this far, you have what it takes to get to the PGA Tour. Everybody also knows how hard it is, how lonely it can get on the road. And a lot of us have known each other since junior golf, college golf. So, those relationships started a long time ago. But, obviously when we get in those ropes, man, we want to beat each other. But, afterwards we're going to go grab dinner. Afterwards we're going to hang out, go catch a game or whatever the situation may be, just to kind of take your mind off of golf. And so we're on the road. I think we've got a 10-week in a row stretch or something like that. And it's just, it can definitely get lonely. It could definitely get tiring. So, just having each other, knowing we're all pushing for the same goal, knowing that eventually it'll happen. We just, you don't know when, but, if you just keep doing what you're doing and keep plugging along, good things are going to happen. And I think that's just what keeps you out here. I feel like if you let your emotions, or you get too frustrated, or you feel like things aren't really going your way, it's super easy to slip into a bad state of mind. And I think everyone out here, we try to support each other as much as we can, and try to make sure that everybody's okay and doing the best that they can. And we know how hard the game is, so we just try to look out for each other. It's a special place.
Can you tell us, Marcus, more about your dad and what made him such an inspirational figure for you, and what you remember about him, and also your mother, who has been extremely supportive for you in this journey too?
Yeah, the biggest thing that I look back into is just sacrifices everyone made for me to, just a 13, 14-year-old kid who decided all of a sudden, hey, I want to take golf serious. It's like, yeah, well, that costs money. And my mom being disabled, my dad, trying to find time to kind of make things happen between work and then helping me get where I need to go. And, it got to a point where he was just like, you know what, we need to invest in this driving range super close to where your grandmother is, where you're staying right now. And that was just kind of just watching them do everything in their power to make sure that I had everything I needed to be successful. That's what drives me. That's what, makes me wake up every morning and push myself a little harder. And, I think those memories of just sitting on that driving range, cutting the lights on, hanging out with my dad, my uncle, I think about those memories a lot. And, those keep me going for sure, especially on these, first part of the year was super tough for me. I didn't play how I felt like I should have played. And, a lot of thoughts can creep in your head, but, I just try to think back to those times and how much, my mom is still here supporting me no matter what. And, just trying to keep making my dad proud. So I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Final moments here with Marcus Byrd, who's been very cordial with his time. We appreciate it very much. So here you are, currently tied for the lead. We don't know what the leaderboard will look like at the end of the day, but you're certainly going to be in the hunt. What's tonight look like for you? What's the preparation for tomorrow look like?
Just rest and hydrate, man. It's 100 degrees out here. I'm just trying to, make sure I got enough energy, staying hydrated, having fun, dude, hanging out with my friends, just trying to kind of take your mind off golf. Like, golf's supposed to be fun. It's fun being in contention. It's fun making cuts. It's fun playing over the weekend. So I just try to keep that mindset going. Whatever happens, happens. But the game's in a good spot. I'm excited to get out there and play and see what I can do over the weekend, knowing that I have a chance to be in contention come Sunday.
So when you think about success in this game and envision that, what does that look like to you? Because it could all happen really fast. If you continue to play well this weekend, that's a pretty big check that you'll probably be taking home. And who knows if you stack 2 or 3 of those on top of each other. Do you think about that at all, just how quickly this could all come? Is that something that, like I said, is that something that you envision at all?
It definitely crosses your mind. I don't think any golfer who plays professionally will tell you that it doesn't cross their mind. I mean, but I the way I view success is just, am I getting better every day? Sometimes it might not add up this week. It might not add up next week. It might not add up 3 months from now. But as long as I feel like I'm making the right strides in the right direction, I'm working with my team on what I feel like I need to get better at. And if I'm doing that every day, that's a success. And, like I said, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when for all of us. It's just keep putting in the work, keep grinding, keep moving in the right direction, and success will follow in all shapes and forms, whether it's winning, whether it's money, whether it's family, whatever the situation is. I feel like if you're doing something good every day at your craft, and, that's a success.
So last question before we let you go. Tell us about the technicalities a little bit of your game. What do you do well? What are you satisfied with? What is it that you're spending most of the time working on? Those kinds of things.
Recently, I've just mainly been working on my short game. I'm top 10 in driving distance out here, so I'm leaving myself a lot of short irons, a lot of wedges, and having a decent amount of birdie looks. Just trying to cash in on those. Just trying to keep giving myself chances, keep making sure I'm doing the right things to be as consistent as possible. You know, when you miss a few greens here and there, which is going to happen, just making sure I'm putting myself in position to get up and down. If you make a bogey, that's fine. You know, you're going to make some birdies. So just try to keep doing that. I think my short game has been the biggest change over the last couple months for me, just in a matter of just staying in it, staying within the rounds. You know, there's a couple up and downs that I had over these last couple of days that really saved my round. So, you know, just kind of build off the short game. And I feel like if you're rolling good putts, man, only confidence comes from that. You're going to hit good shots. You're going to keep putting yourself in position. So short game's the biggest thing for me right now.
13 birdies, only 2 bogeys through his first 2 rounds in the Wichita Open, the pride of Middle Tennessee State University. Marcus, we really appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow and on Sunday. I'll be honest, I hope you're in the winner's circle come Sunday evening.
Thank you, sir. I hope so, too. Appreciate you guys for having me again. All right, perfect.
Take care. Marcus Byrd with us. Good stuff.
Yeah, great stuff. Definitely going to root for a guy like that.
Well, we kind of got to root a little bit for Sam Stevens.
We do. You're right.
Our Wichitan. Oh, he's been on our show as well.
What is he at?
He's coming up. He's 10 under right now.
Yeah, he's one back then.
Making a move. Right now, it's a 3-way tie still. Robert Streb, who had a little success on the PGA Tour.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Kansas State University.
There you go.
Is at 10 under. So an interesting leaderboard out at the Wichita Open. Hot to play golf.
Very hot. Hot to do just about anything.
I got a ball game at 6 o'clock tonight.
I do not.
No, you won't come.
No, I don't have a wind surge game tonight.
You won't come and see us.
No, I will not.
Why is that?
I'm just not gonna. No reason, just not going to.
Well, why wouldn't you?
I got the night off.
I got a fun team.
I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta work Sunday, so I'm gonna chill tonight. I'm gonna hang out.
I got a fun ball club. You'd think you'd want to come.
Let's throw some strikes.
We throw strikes.
All right. Well, let's continue to throw strikes. There weren't a lot of strikes thrown at the game I attended.
Baloney. We did fine.
Okay. Just both teams. I want both teams to throw strikes.
What are you talking about? You don't need to. We don't care what you want.
I want to see strikes.
No, I don't want you out ever again.
Really?
If that's your takeaway, no.
What do you mean that's my takeaway? You talking about your ball
club? I don't want you out there ever again. I'll ban you from coming.
No, you won't.
Of course I will.
I'll come tonight.
No, you won't.
Sure I will.
There'll be security set up.
I don't think so.
They'll haul your you-know-what out of there. That's how I feel about it.
Well, be nice.
I don't want to be nice.
Try to.
You were the one that wasn't nice.
I wasn't not nice. Just said I want to see some strikes thrown.
I don't even know what game you were at.
The game that there were a lot of walks in.
What game was it?
It was last Friday.
I don't even know who we played.
I don't know.
Who was it?
I don't know. I don't know what the team name was.
What was their color?
Orange, maybe?
Well, that's because we tried some kids who hadn't pitched a lot.
It's all good. It wasn't mostly your team that didn't throw strikes.
So what? You don't get to criticize anything.
I don't?
No.
I criticize.
And when you do, when anybody criticizes our teams, I get defensive.
Really?
Of course I do.
I criticize the professionals every night.
They're professionals.
Oh.
And it's a bad look for you to criticize.
I didn't criticize
League
any.
42.
What are you talking about?
Hey, we need to throw strikes. We need to throw strikes.
Well, we do.
That's critical.
That's not critical.
Ask my wife if it's critical.
That's fundamental of the game of baseball.
Nobody criticizes these kids. Nobody.
Really?
Right.
That's not a good way to go through life.
Of course it is.
It is? Never having someone be critical? That's awful.
Who's that? You don't criticize these guys.
I didn't criticize anybody.
How dare you?
Who did I
my
criticize?
reaction.
Name one person I criticized.
Max is put off by this, I can tell.
He should be. You're off. You've flown off the deep end. I don't even know. You have.
We will take a break. Cardinals and Cubs getting tense. I need a break. Maybe that's why I lashed out.
I think it is.
There's a strike that wasn't called, and I want these umpires out of the game. That's a big pitch.
Pedro Pages with a home run,
right,
huh?
But that was a big – look at this. That's got to be a strike.
That's very close.
That's got to be a strike. We need that pitch. When we come back, we'll talk with Stacee Olden, the new executive director of the Orpheum Theatre in downtown Wichita. She joins us after the break.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure you're road trip ready. So if you need brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
TuneIn is the audio platform with something for everyone. News.
In order to secure convictions in a court of law, it is essential that we conclusively.
Sports.
Shot clock at 4. Doncic. The step back 3. You bet.
Music.
You set my world on fire. Yes,
and even podcasts. Whatever you love, hear it right here on TuneIn. Go to TuneIn.com or download the TuneIn app to start listening.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
Yes, goal.
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at Cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Stacee Olden joins us from the Orpheum Theatre. She was recently named the executive director of that nonprofit. Stacee, hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Bob.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you. Jeff and I both love the Orpheum, the history of the Orpheum, the shows that are being brought to that great theater. So this must be a really joyful time for you.
It truly is a very joyful time. I couldn't be more thrilled to have this opportunity to lead this grand theater into another 100 years.
Yeah, you have obviously known about the Orpheum, I assume, for most of, if not your entire life. But what have you learned and come to appreciate? I think I know how to speak about the Orpheum in the time that you've worked there so far.
Probably one of the things that stands out the most to me is when we have an event, and as you know, we host events throughout the year, and they range from different comedians to musicians to films. One of my favorite things is coming in on the night of one of our events and witnessing the diversity of our community that comes through the door to see these different events. It's wonderful. We have stories of people who've come for the first time to those that have been there multiple times. So that's probably the most enjoyable thing to me is seeing the people that walk through the door to come enjoy a show.
Stacee Olden, our guest, now the executive director of the Orpheum Theatre. You were in development there. So how does this role now change? What are the challenges that you'll have that maybe are new to you to some degree?
Sure. Well, the nice thing is we're a small organization, and so there are two of us that work for the nonprofit, and now at this time there is just myself. And going into the role of executive director will change with the responsibility dealing a little more with the operations, obviously the direct connection with our board of directors, as well as directly working with our theater management group, ASM, who we worked with. They directly manage the theater for us. And so just kind of having more closer connections with those that are involved in a different way in the theater than what our donors and patrons are.
So when you think about your vision for the Orpheum, where's the balance between really appreciating that 100 years of tradition and continuing for it to be what people know it as, and then also modernizing it in whatever that means to you, I guess?
Absolutely. So for me, this is kind of a coming home of sorts, if you will, because I'm an old soul. I love history. I love old buildings. I'm also very much a lover of music and live entertainment and being a participant in those activities and as well as just being a part of the community. I think those three pieces are major factors for me. And so when I look to what I see for the future of the Orpheum, essentially, preserving the past. Our past is so critical and a piece of who we all are and a piece of where our stories come from, whether it be a grandparent to someone walking through today that will then pass that memory on to their children for the next generation. So I want to make sure that we continue the stories by preserving the past, but also as we move into the future, of course, we're an entertainment organization, and so our venue needs to be really top of the line. And so we want to make sure that as we look into the future, we're able to bring in those acts that need a specific kind of lighting or sound, and that we can provide that up to today's standards and tomorrow's standards, if you will. So it's a little bit of a balancing act, but I think it's something that the Orpheum is definitely poised to do and has been doing. So we just need to continue making sure people are comfortable when they come in the theater and they leave with incredible memories.
Stacee Olden with us from the Orpheum Theatre. So you mentioned you're a lover of music. I think Jeff and I both have musical acts that we'd love to see come here. Mine has always been, I'd love to see Timothy B. Schmidt from the Eagles come and do a solo show at the Orpheum. What's yours? Do you have one or two that you might be pushing for, Stacee?
Well, I definitely appreciate music I've never heard before, and so a lot of times I encourage the fact of bring someone in that's new or different, and maybe there's a whole side of the community that knows about them, but I don't, and that just opens my world up to another artist or musician that I hadn't heard of before. But as far as on my list of must-haves, I think we probably, in our team, brings up often different wish lists of individuals. One of my favorites would be to bring Elvis Costello back. He's been here before, but I would love to have him back in the theater, as well as I will just give a shout out to my favorite band, which is Pearl Jam, but it might take them a while to come down from where they're at to go to the Orpheum and not do the large arenas. So I'll hold on to that.
Eddie Vedder
at
73 will be at the Orpheum. I can feel it right now.
I'll take it.
Well, good stuff, and we're looking forward to a great future at the Orpheum. Congratulations on your new position as executive director. I know you're excited about that, excited about the future of that great theater, and we look forward to seeing many, many more entertainment shows there. Thank you, Stacee.
Thank you, Bob, and we'll try to get Timothy B. Schmidt on the stage for you soon, okay?
If you pull that off, I'll have to buy you something. I'll do
that
something.
That works. All right.
Thank you.
I'll hold you to it. Okay, thanks, Bob.
All right, there you go, Stacee Olden from the Orpheum Theatre.
Not sure Timothy B. Schmidt will ever play another solo show, but
I don't know.
You never know.
What if you ask?
What?
What if you ask?
What if who asks?
Stacee. What if she calls and says, got an old guy here in town who thinks this would be a great show for us. Would you consider it?
No. I don't think that's how things work. I don't think Timothy B. Schmidt is going to placate one person.
Well, you never know. What if she includes he's been an Eagles fan since 1972?
Well, he'll say, I only know about 10,000 of those.
What if she says this? He thinks you're the bomb. Will that perhaps
He'll
help?
probably jump off a bridge if he hears somebody say that.
Why are you so mean?
What do you mean?
I get accused all the time of being mean on this show, and I'm just a reactive.
No one has ever called me mean to you.
Wonderful, nice.
Because they know I'm the underdog. That's why. Because you go at me, and I'm always fighting back. I don't know. Do I? I don't instigate.
Of course you do.
As much as you do.
You just did.
A little bit, but not really. I just don't think Timothy B. Schmidt wants to hear anybody say the bomb about anything.
Cardinals getting some things done here in the ninth inning.
Good.
They've taken a 3-0 lead in Wrigley Field against the Cubbies, and that always makes me a little happy. And I haven't given up on them.
Yeah, I see that clearly. I don't know why, but good for you.
Because their starting pitching is pretty good.
Yeah,
and
but
if they could hit,
it's just a bunch of old guys. Really, I mean,
but they're good. Except Lance Lynn, but Sonny Gray's good. Michaelis has been good lately.
Well, he had a good start.
No, he's had 3 in a row.
3?
Yes.
And his ERA still like in the 5s? Goodness gracious.
No, he's had 3 or 4 good starts in a row.
That's good.
And Kyle Gibson's been good from the get-go.
Maybe Miles Michaelis would look good in a Cleveland Guardians uniform.
They're not. It looks like they're going to be buyers at the deadline.
Really? Yeah, that's unfortunate. We need players, man. We need help. You're not going anywhere.
Kyle Gibson today with 7 shutout innings now has a 3.44 earned run average.
You'll take
pretty
it.
good. Our Rule 5 guy, Ryan Fernandez, 2.57.
Yeah, our Rule 5 guy is hitting the cover off the baseball in Double-A for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, there you go. I don't really care what your Double-A team's
I kind of wish we'd kept him.
Well, we did keep this
Just
guy.
to see what he could do.
And he looks like he's going to be a fixture for a while. Throws in the mid-90s. I like him, Ryan Fernandez, the young man's name. Passwords is a never-ending maze of frustration.
All right. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't really offer.
Figure out my password
Well,
for my
change
Alexa device. I'll do what I need to do. But right now I don't have a lot of time for it.
Or get one of those things that has all your passwords stored in one place. Or save your password. I don't know what to tell you, but it shouldn't be that difficult.
Passwords are the bane of my existence. I got 1 million of them. Can't remember any of them.
Stay signed in. That
no,
button,
I don't stay signed in.
That button should be your friend.
My motto is I'm signing out.
Well, then you're signed out forever, it looks like.
In fact, at the end of every show we do, I'm going to say signing out.
Okay, that's fine.
Starting today.
You'll forget.
Why are you so mean to me today?
I'm not, but you will forget. That's not mean. That's just facts.
I do not understand the animosity that seems to have
There's no animosity. I think you're just taking things that way.
developed here. I got a tense game all of a sudden.
Is it tense? Not really.
It is. They're about to bring the tying run to the plate.
But they haven't, and it's 3-0. And that wasn't a strike, so you got lucky.
That was borderline. We'll take a borderline pitch, as many as we can get. I have no problem with getting a borderline strike called when we're pitching and a borderline ball called when we're hitting.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
Those are I prefer those, in fact.
There, you're all
Who
the
do
way
your Guardians have this week?
Toronto.
In Toronto?
Yes.
Well, that'll be nerve-wracking.
Not really.
I don't like going there to play.
I don't mind it.
Cardinals have to do that later in the year.
We got to face Gosman and Barrios, though.
They also have to go to Yankee Stadium later in the year.
Yeah, everybody does. Well, not everybody.
Not everybody. And then in the National League, you either get them at home or away.
Yeah, I get it.
So we got to go there. And I don't. Well, the Royals came back last night. Miguel Garcia with a big hit late, 2 outs in the 9th inning. They're down a run. He drove them both in with a double down the line. The Royals win games they need to win. Now, they didn't have a great series against The Yankees, but they had to get that fourth game.
I guess. I don't know if there's a huge difference in them winning or losing.
Now they're in
game.
Dodger Stadium tonight.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But they have Cole Reagans going, and then they have Lugo, and then they have Singer. And last night, Alex Marsh took a no-hitter into the 7th inning against that vaunted Yankees lineup.
Well, they didn't play anybody yesterday, did they? I don't think Judge.
Sure, they did.
I don't think Judge played.
No, they had their guys out there.
I don't think
Soto played.
I don't think Stanton played.
Of course he did.
Okay, maybe he did.
Now you're just popping
But
off.
it wasn't their A lineup. Let's just put it that way.
Now you're just popping off.
I don't think I am. I think I'm speaking a modicum of truth.
Well, I mean, on getaway day, you're normally going to rest a couple guys.
Exactly. I'm not disparaging.
The Yankees played Volpe, Soto, Judge.
Yeah.
Are you ever right?
I heard he didn't play. He struck out 4 times, so he didn't play.
Are you ever right?
I don't
want
think he played.
people on this show who
in a
listen
way
to
he
this
didn't
show
play because he struck out 4
to
times.
trust us.
If they don't, oh well. I thought I heard.
Now somebody
I thought
invariably tonight. Somebody will be at a bar, and they'll say, "Did you hear Bob and Jeff today?" And that other guy will go, "No, I didn't. I didn't listen. I only listen when Bob's talking." And
what does that mean? You're talking right now.
So the other guy will say, "Well, you should have heard Jeff. He said Judge didn't play last night. He did. And how can I ever trust that show again?"
Nah, if they don't, they don't.
Well, it's not that. See, you're dealing with me too.
You'll be fine.
And that's a winner in Chicago.
Man, if I sat here watching a baseball game for 2 hours,
You couldn't do the job I do.
Oh, well, I could. Because that's all
Nobody
you've
even
talked
knew
about.
I had the game on.
Yeah, because you've talked about it every 3 seconds. and I'm disappointed.
Nobody even knew I had the game on.
Turn it off and stop doing that.
Doing what?
Watching the game while you're.
I'm watching golf. I'm watching the game. I had Oprah on for a minute. I deal with a lot of different things.
What was Oprah about today?
Patrick Cantlay and your guy Aberg still tied for the lead in the U.S. Open at Pinehurst.
Aberg's going to win it.
Who else was on that McDonald's 79 All-America?
I told you, everybody who was on
roster?
it.
You did?
Yes.
I would contend it might be the greatest of all time.
Well, I sure hope so.
I mean, how many Hall of Famers were in that group?
Several.
Give me the list again.
I don't just have it.
Give it to me.
I got to type it in.
I want to know.
Tim Andre, Sam Bowie, James Braddock.
Hold on, go slow. Sam Bowie is certainly in the college basketball Hall of Fame, isn't he? Next.
James Braddock.
Slow down. No, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Tony Bruin.
Tony Bruin not in the Hall of Fame.
Quentin Daly.
Quentin Daly was a good player at UCLA, but he's not in the Hall
Terry
of Fame.
Fair.
Who?
Terry Fair.
Terry Fair was a good player at Georgia, but he's not in the Hall of
Sidney
Fame.
Green.
Good player.
Where?
Is it UNLV?
Derek Horde.
Derek Horde was a good player at Kentucky.
Clark Kellogg.
Clark Kellogg played at Ohio State.
Greg Kite.
Greg Kite played at BYU.
Sidney Lowe.
Isn't this something?
Sidney Lowe.
North Carolina State.
I could do this
No, you couldn't.
for my years. Raymond McCoy.
Don't remember where Florida State? I don't remember where he
played.
played. Okay, I don't remember
Dirk
him.
Minifield.
Dirk Minifield, Kentucky.
Yeah. Horace Owens.
Syracuse.
Rhode Island.
Don't remember.
Ricky Ross.
Well, Tulsa.
Byron Scott.
Byron Scott played at. That's a little tougher. Why
It
can't
is?
I remember where he played college
I'm not sure.
basketball? Arizona State.
Steve Stepanovich.
Missouri.
Derek Wittenberg.
North Carolina State.
Dominique Wilkins.
Georgia.
James Worthy.
North Carolina.
Michael Pitts.
Don't remember him. Where'd he play?
Cal.
Don't remember Michael
Ralph
Pitts.
Sampson.
Who? Oh, Virginia.
Isaiah Thomas.
Come on, be serious.
Well, say it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
You don't know.
Indiana.
John Paxson.
John Paxson. That's a tough one, believe it or not. Give me a hint.
They're an independent in football.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Teddy Grubbs.
Teddy Grubbs played at DePaul.
I don't think he played anywhere, but he was from Chicago. Darren Day.
Darren Day played at UCLA.
Antoine Carr.
One of the greatest shockers to ever lace them up.
There you go.
It's a good look. That's a good group.
It is.
You know, Teddy Grubbs played here in the Kansas-Illinois All-Star game.
I believe it.
Along with Isaiah Thomas and Terry Cummings.
Good player. Do you know there's something called the American Basketball Hall of Fame?
Sure I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
'Cause you wouldn't believe who's in it.
Who's in it?
Who's in the first class?
Who?
Jalen Rose.
The first class?
Yes. This is a weird Hall of Fame.
Well, that doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. There's some interesting people in it who shouldn't be in it.
Well, good to recollect, good to remember, as we often do here. Thanks to our guest, Dan Schlossberg, author, has a new book on Henry Aaron. Marcus Byrd, who is in the hunt at the Wichita Open, one of the co-leaders through 2 rounds, and from the Orpheum Theatre, Stacee Olden. We appreciate them. We will be back on Monday. We hope you have a hot but good weekend. Signing off, this is Bob Lutz.
Start your summer road trip at Midas and get up to $30 off your next repair service. Plus, get a free closer look vehicle check to make sure you're road trip ready. So if you need brake service, an alignment check, or tune-up, hit up Midas for up to $30 off. For more details, request your appointment at Midas.com.
TuneIn is the audio platform with something for everyone. News.
In order to secure convictions in a court of law, it is essential that we conclusively.
Sports.
Shot clock at 4. Doncic. The step back 3. You bet.
Music.
You set my world on fire. Yes,
and even podcasts. Whatever you love, hear it right here on TuneIn. Go to TuneIn.com or download the TuneIn app to start listening.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, cool,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at Cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.